5 disturbing, unsolved mysteries that will haunt you. Some mysteries are never meant to be solved. Disappearances with no clues, crime scenes that make no sense, messages from beyond the grave. Tonight we explore 5 terrifying unsolved mysteries that remain unexplained to this day. Turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and prepare for disturbing true stories that will keep you up at night. On the night of April 13, 1953, a man named Charles Ashmore left his home in Quincy, Illinois to fetch water from a nearby well. He never returned. At first his family thought he was just running late, but when they went outside to look for him, they found something chilling. His footprints were in the fresh snow, leading toward the well, but just a few feet away from it, the footprints suddenly stopped. There were no signs of a struggle, no drag marks, no animal tracks. It was as if Charles had simply vanished into thin air. His family searched for hours, but he was never found. Even more terrifying. For months afterward, they swore they could still hear his voice calling out from the darkness, begging for help. To this day, no one knows what happened to Charles Ashmore. Did he walk into another dimension? Was he taken by something we can't explain? No one will ever know. In 1971, a French woman named Gabrielle Renault and her daughter checked into a hotel in London. They were given room 307, and everything seemed normal, at first. That night, Gabrielle's daughter fell ill. Gabrielle ran to the hotel lobby to find a doctor. When she returned, room 307 was gone. The room did not exist. The hotel staff told her there had never been a room 307. Her daughter's name was not in the hotel registry. It was as if she had never even checked in. Panicked, Gabrielle searched every floor of the hotel, but room 307 was nowhere to be found. She called the police. They investigated, but they found nothing. Gabrielle's daughter was never seen again. Some say this was a government cover-up. Others believe Gabrielle somehow slipped into a different reality. Whatever the truth is, it was never found. In 2008, a 19-year-old named Brandon Swanson was driving home late at night in Minnesota. He crashed his car into a ditch and called his parents for help. Brandon told them he was walking toward the nearest town and asked them to come pick him up. His father stayed on the phone with him for 47 minutes as Brandon described his surroundings. Then, he suddenly yelled, "Oh no!" The call went silent. Brandon was never seen again. His car was found abandoned, but there were no footprints, no clues, nothing. Some believe he was kidnapped. Others think he fell into a hidden well, but the most disturbing theory? Some say something was in the dark, watching him, waiting for the perfect moment to take him. His case remains unsolved to this day. In 1930, an entire Inuit village in Canada disappeared without a trace. A fur trapper named Joe LaBelle arrived at the village of Anjikuni Lake expecting to trade goods with the locals. But when he arrived, the town was silent. Fires were still burning, meals were left half-eaten. The villagers' sled dogs were frozen to death, still tied to their posts. But the people? Gone. No bodies, no footprints leading away, nothing. A total of 2,000 people had simply vanished. Some believe they were taken by spirits, others claim they were abducted. But there was one final, terrifying discovery. Joe LaBelle found empty graves in the town's burial ground. Someone, or something, had dug up the bodies. The mystery of Anjikuni Lake remains one of the strangest mass disappearances in history. In 1998, a 14-year-old girl named Emily Evans wrote something strange in her diary. The entry read, "Emily Evans. There's a man outside my window, he's watching me, I don't know who he is, but I know he wants to hurt me." 3 nights later, she was found dead in her bedroom. The window was shattered from the inside. There were no signs of forced entry, nothing was stolen. But the most chilling detail? Emily's diary had another entry, written in someone else's handwriting. It read, "Unidentified person. You should have let me in." Her case remains unsolved. Whoever wrote that message was never found. Some mysteries will never be solved, some disappearances have no explanation, and some voices should never be answered. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That is, if you're still here. Crystal's Nightmares watermark text.